Ladies and gentlemen, here we are, another massive update for the largest scandal of our time. We are covering wall-to-wall, non-stop, the Trump FBI raid and what it means for our republic, what it means for Donald Trump, what it means for 2024, what it means for your freedom, what it means for all of us, what is going to happen to our country. There are many people who are concerned right now about the state of this nation. If they can do this to Donald Trump, if they can do this to a former president, they've never done this to a former president. Let's just start right there. Full stop. This is Donald Trump's house. This is his home. This ain't some building he owns. This is where Melania keeps her clothes and her shoes. This is where Donald Trump keeps his private possessions. If they can do this to Donald Trump, they can do it to you. They can do it to your grandmother. There is nothing they cannot do. This is the authoritarian moment in America. This is gangster activity. These are the actions of a dying regime. These are not actions of strength. These are actions of paranoia and fear. And fear is absolutely contagious. The people inside of the administrative state are terrified right now. How did they know where to go? How did they know what to do with Donald Trump and in Mar-a-Lago? We have breaking news right now that there may have been a mole on Donald Trump's staff. There may have been somebody who was directing the FBI for what to do and where to go and where these documents were hidden. These are a wild series of events. There's so much information coming at us so quickly. We got to do regular updates throughout the day. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. MOLE-A-LAGO. It is massive. What's happening now? MOLE-A-LAGO. I want you to know this. If you are a fan of President Trump, that this is a photo of President Trump from today. He is defiantly raising his fist. This taken a few hours ago in New York. Donald Trump is being deposed for a lawsuit against the state of New York. Let me correct that. Lawsuit from the state of New York against the Trump organization. This is a total witch hunt, and it's also a wit hut from Letitia James, who's the Attorney General of New York. She promised when she was running for office that she would just investigate Trump. This is the weaponization of the executive. This is the weaponization. And Letitia James wants to run for governor. She wants to run for higher office. She views taking down Donald Trump as her ticket to go, her ticket to ride. So she's just trying to get famous among the brain-dead, drooling microwave libs, and she's doing a terrible job at it. It's absolutely defiant, Donald Trump today. He is raising his fist. He is showing that he is not stopping. And Donald Trump testified today for 5 hours. He pled the fifth. He said that there's nothing, nothing wrong with his company and that his company is doing very, very well. Hey, listen. Let's see what comes out in the wash and the laundry. And speaking of laundry, do you know the FBI went through Melania Trump's closet? So, Crossdresser Hurricane, Operation Crossdresser Hurricane. I don't know. Are they trying to go back to the J. Edgar Hoover days? If you know, you know. J. Edgar Hoover, totally famous crossdresser, was in charge of the FBI for 50 years. Just in case you want to know exactly how permanent a government bureaucracy is and how permanent the cretins and rats who burrow into those bureaucracies are. J. Edgar Hoover, famous crossdresser, actually. Loved to, also a totally evil man. He spied on MLK. He sent death threats to Martin Luther King Jr. This is well documented. These people are truly the banality of evil. And did you know that the FBI was started by Napoleon, a relative of Napoleon Bonaparte? I'm not joking about that. An executive order, 1908, is how the FBI was started. And it was started by a relative of the Bonaparte family. The guy's actual name was Bonaparte. So this dictator in France, one of Europe's most famous dictators, started the FBI, his family. It's wild. We're doing a whole documentary on this, and we're learning a lot of information. Here's the information that we learned today, that Donald Trump may have a mole on his staff. More staffing problems for Donald Trump, unfortunately. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here is the news.
Fox News alert, the president have now gone into hiding after the raid on the home of President Trump blew up in their face. For 2 days, they've ignored every question about this political invasion. Biden fled D.C. this afternoon on Air Force One, taking Hunter with him on another vacation. And Merrick Garland, no one knows where he is. He can't be found. And now the FBI is doing what it does best. It's leaking and lying and trying to clean it all up. The Bureau told Newsweek they had undercovers inside Mar-a-Lago. The FBI Newsweek says, quote, the raid on Mar-a-Lago was based largely on information from an FBI confidential human source, one who was able to identify what classified documents former President Trump was still hiding, and even the location of those documents.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, hey, listen, we are going to turn it up. We apologize for the sound there. I was watching the comment section. Turned out that we may need to crank up the sound a little bit, and we will. Here's what Jesse Waters was referring to. It is a Newsweek article. You can see it there behind me on the screen. I will read it for you. The Newsweek article says that this was a spectacular failure and a backfire from the FBI. The FBI informant who tipped off the feds were trying to time this raid when Donald Trump wouldn't be there, according to Newsweek and a bombshell report. The report says that the informant worked with the FBI to time the raid for former President Trump would be away from the property so that FBI agents wouldn't run into Donald Trump in a golf cart with a 9-iron, right? And then it'd be like, then that's the video we're looking for. But, ladies and gentlemen, it gets better. They called it a spectacular backfire, according to a Justice Department official, saying that the execution of the search warrant is a failure because of the outrage that it has caused against the agency. You know that there's much speculation out there about this is political persecution, but it really is the best and the worst of bureaucracy in action. They wanted to punctuate the fact that this was a routine law enforcement action, stripped of any political overtones, and they got exactly the opposite. So they are freaking out right now. They're saying we've lost, and they're saying that we are in for worse. Guess what? You are in for worse, because Eric Trump here, breaking right now, tells us that he has the videotapes of the FBI behaving improperly during the raid. This is breaking seconds ago, according to thedailymail.com. Eric Trump says that the staff refused to turn off the surveillance cameras at Mar-a-Lago, and you've captured there's 360 degrees of capture for Mar-a-Lago. You have cameras everywhere. It's the president's home. You have to have it secure. It's really secure. I've been there. I've seen the cameras. There's cameras everywhere at Mar-a-Lago. Ladies and gentlemen, Eric Trump said that they have footage of the FBI agents behaving improperly during the raid and doing things that should have never happened. So we very much look forward to them dropping that. You know it's going to happen because the Trump family ain't one to be shy about media access, especially for things that's going to make the deep state look bad. Here is what they took. Items confiscated from Trump. This is according to Fox News. A letter from Kim Jong-un. A cocktail napkin. A dinner party menu. There you go. There you go. That's what they took from Trump. Okay? Great job. Really spectacular job, everybody. You took a photo from Rocket Man to Donald Trump. You took a letter from Kim Jong-un. Dear Donald, we think you are the best. Please come and share some kimchi with me. I will meet you at the border. We will go skateboarding together. I really loved you in Little Rascals. What did the letter say? That's probably what it said, right? That's probably what it said. I really loved you in Home Alone 2 when you showed Kevin McAllister where the front desk was inside the plaza. Incredible stuff here, guys. It's really, really it's grating on everybody's nerves. It's starting to really piss off a lot of people, and it's starting to piss off all the wrong people. Josh Hawley, one of our favorite senators was on Fox News earlier today. Oh, classic. We just lost our screen behind us. Well, anyway, we will carry on with the show. The screen, we may have to reload the computer. This is just what it looks like doing the show live, ladies and gentlemen. Josh Hawley was on. Uh-oh, here we go. Ooh.
Another good game from Marino. That's 5-2. The Frenchman on top of his game, on top of this matchup so far.
We have some tennis here.
She's taking on the Wimbledon champion in Toronto.
Hi, I'm Huey Hogarth, and this is my signature shot.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're back. How'd you like your tennis break? Josh Hawley, back at it. Hey, we're just doing it. We're doing the show live. We're doing it live. This isn't like the morning show. We don't have a full crew here. It's just me in the studio by my lonesome, wanting to tell you guys about things that I care about. Here we go. Josh Hawley saying, hey, it's time to impeach Merrick Garland and the FBI leadership, and we're going to do it right now. This is exactly the kind of resolve you need from our Republican leaders.
You couldn't have a more disgusting little plot to hatch this raid.
Well, Jesse, this judge seems like he's a rabid partisan from what we're learning, but I lay the real blame for this at the feet of the FBI, the DOJ, Merrick Garland, and Joe Biden. And speaking of Merrick Garland, where the heck is he, by the way? I mean, has he even been seen in public? Is he alive? I mean, this is a guy who needs to come forward right now. He needs to publish the warrant. He needs to publish the list of everything they took from the president. He needs to explain how in the world he authorized this. Because I can tell you, Jesse, this is a serious, serious breach of the rule of law, which is why Garland needs to go. And if he won't resign, he ought to be impeached.
So if you seize boxes from a guy's private house and you don't let any lawyers watch what you're doing, isn't that tainted evidence? I mean, couldn't they just say, oh, look what I found. Oh, look what I found. Trump had this in the box. I mean, there's no chain of custody, right? You toss that.
Yeah, and I'd like to know what it was they were looking for in the first place. I mean, this is why Garland owes the American people an explanation, and frankly, so does Joe Biden, because I don't believe for a minute, not for a minute, that the White House was totally in the dark on this. This is Joe Biden's FBI. It is Joe Biden's DOJ, and they have weaponized this FBI at every turn. They sent it after parents and called them domestic terrorists. This is an administration that tried to set up a disinformation board to police the speech of Americans who questioned the vaccine, who had questions about masks. This is an administration that is totally out of control. And I tell you, it will take a long time to repair the basic constitutional norms and democratic norms here that this administration is trampling. But Jesse, what this makes clear to me above all is that though our constitutional framework of government is strong, and I believe that, we have deep corruption in our government.
Okay, deep corruption in our government is what Josh Hawley is saying. Josh Hawley is on there saying, I know there's some people saying that we need to put it up louder. Everything is play the clips from behind me here during this segment, and we're working on getting this exactly right. We're dialing it in. So we'll be playing, for this one, we'll be playing slightly fewer clips because people are saying they're having a hard time hearing. We encourage you to turn up the volume on your phone, and we're sorry about that. We're going to work on it. We have a really sophisticated and great team here at The Benny Show, and we just want to say thank you all for watching. What Josh Hawley is saying there, if you couldn't hear, is that we're going to be impeaching Merrick Garland. We're going to find him because nobody seems to be able to find Merrick Garland right now, and that we're going to be demanding his impeachment. And this is a really powerful thing to be said by one of the most powerful senators in Congress. And the reason why I say that is because Josh Hawley is all over the news. He's all over media. He's one of the shining stars of the Republican Party. He's from Missouri, so we'll never, ever have to give up that seat. Missouri is a Trump plus 20 state, and Josh Hawley is an absolute king. Very proud of that. So, a mole at Mar-a-Lago. Tapes that show the FBI behaving improperly. These are the updates from Eric Trump, and these are the updates from Newsweek. The FBI apparently using a mole at Mar-a-Lago. Another update right now on this issue is that the Justice Department has been ordered to respond to requests to unseal the FBI warrant at Mar-a-Lago. That's right. The FBI warrant, what was on it? What were they looking for? What were the grounds for them to go and raid Donald Trump's home? They have been ordered now. They have until Monday to respond to unseal that warrant for all of us to see. What did they think they have on Donald Trump? How does a warrant work? We looked into this today. I'm no lawyer, but we now know how a warrant works because we spoke with a number of lawyers and law enforcement officers. Here's how it works. When you have probable cause that somebody has behaved criminally, you can put that down in a warrant. You can write it all out, and you can submit it to a judge. It has a little tracking number on it and so on. That judge has 24 hours to respond, to look at it, and then to either give you the warrant, and then you have to come back and you need to report to the judge what you found or didn't find. Now, you can't just make this stuff up. There's actually a ton of rules about this, and if you lied on like a search warrant, or if you're trying to harass someone, you could be the one going to jail. So you better have probable cause, and you better have the goods. You better have, for an instance like this, because you're not raiding just some, you're not raiding some trailer park in the middle of Iowa. You're raiding Donald Trump's house. So you better have the goods, and you better have them rock solid. I mean, you better have them rock ribbed, rock solid, bedrock stuff. So what did the FBI have? So much hinges actually on this warrant, because what they're going to be able to say in this warrant is these are the crimes we think Donald Trump committed, and they better be crimes. This better be high treason, right? It better not be Kim Jong-un wrote you a love letter about skateboarding and you just wanted that back. You don't get to do this stuff in the Presidential Records Act, and most importantly, the power for the classification of documents. They're saying that Trump had classified documents. The power to classify documents comes from the damn president. It's the president who brings that power to bear. The president decides whether it's classified or not. And actually declassifying anything he wants to is the power of the presidency. And so if Donald Trump takes something or declassifies something, it's his. That's where the power comes from. This is what separates Donald Trump from Hillary Clinton. A lot of people are making false equivalency and saying that Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump, same thing, right? LOL, Donald Trump and they did the same thing. Hillary Clinton mocked Donald Trump by tweeting something. ALX, can you get me that tweet? Hillary Clinton mocked Donald Trump by, and shout out to ALX, who's our producer. He lives in Massachusetts. He's watching right now. He's not in the studio right now. That's why we have the TV going to tennis behind us. ALX is the best. Please follow him on Getter or Truth Social or on Instagram. ALX, the Lord, the man. Really makes so much of what we do possible around here. So shout out to ALX. Guys, this is how we know that it's not the same as Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton wasn't president. Donald Trump has the right to classify something. He's president. He has the right to declassify anything. Donald Trump could declassify anything. Roswell, New Mexico, experiments, the Kennedy assassination. He really should have just declassified all of it. It would have been amazing for him to do that. He also should have followed up by putting Hillary Clinton in jail. He said he was going to do that, and we would have had a better country if he had done it. But, ladies and gentlemen, Donald Trump is where the power comes from. It's plenary, and it never, ever leaves. Donald Trump has that power as president. And so this is why the entire thing is an absolute phishing scheme. And this is how we know it. We know it's a phishing scheme because the FBI went in and just grabbed whatever they wanted to. They just grab-bagged. They just grab-bagged anything. Here we go. Hillary Clinton. Let's go. Here's the tweet. Oh, a photo of Hillary and her emails. And Hillary Clinton wearing a hat. There you go. You want to see it? I don't want to see it, but I'm sorry. I have to show it to you. This is what Hillary Clinton tweeted. This is what Hillary tweeted. But her emails. Yep. And the text of the tweet says, every but her emails hat or shirt sold helps us partner to defend democracy, building a progressive bench to fight for our values. Just saying. She cackles all the way back to her dark green palace with her monkey guards and her broomstick, and Hillary Clinton, such banality of evil, truly. And like, honestly, I hope that she preserves her records. Rick Grinnell and Kash Patel were on my show over the last 2 days saying, hey, you know what? Like, this is fair game now. And maybe in Trump 2.0, Trump term 2.0, we go after Hillary Clinton. That's what Kash Patel and Rick Grinnell were telling us. So I hope Hillary Clinton preserves her record. Really cute, Hillary. Really cute. Also, really, really cool to see Donald Trump walking away from this stuff unscathed. Donald Trump leaving in New York. This was Donald Trump. There's no audio here. This is Donald Trump walking out today. We haven't seen the man. We haven't seen the man in many days. Here we go. So that's Donald Trump walking out today in style. Donald Trump is leaving their Trump Tower to go and meet with Letitia James, where he essentially just pled the fifth the entire time. Here is also Donald Trump rolling down the road, leaving that meeting. He like got in. Here he goes. This is Donald Trump today leaving his meeting with the Attorney General of New York. There's a bunch of supporters there, a bunch of people chanting, "We love you, Trump." A bunch of people saying, "Hey, we love you. Run again. Run for president again in 2024." And of course, that's what all this is about. This is all about keeping Donald Trump from running for president in 2024. And I think that what you've done is you've actually inspired him. Again, here's the photo of Donald Trump. Here's a photo of Donald Trump defiantly raising his fist in the air. Donald Trump defiantly raising his fist in the air. That was him today. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a man who's going to back down from a fight. No. He's going in. And everyone knows it. Everybody knows it. Here's what Donald Trump had to say today on Truth Social about this raid. Let's go in. What did Trump have to say? In early June, the DOJ asked the FBI, my legal representative, to put an extra lock on the door leading to a place where the boxes were stored at Mar-a-Lago. We agreed. Then they were shown the secure area and the boxes themselves. Then on Monday, without notification or warning, an army of agents broke into Mar-a-Lago, went to the same storage area, ripped open the lock they had asked to be installed. A surprise attack. Politics. All while our country is going to hell. Donald Trump also said that they may have planted evidence there, which is crazy, that they may have actually planted criminal evidence. We'll see. I mean, is it really that crazy? So I had this argument today on Twitter. It's not actually that crazy because the FBI has admitted to planting evidence in the past. Right now in court, the FBI is admitting to planting evidence inside of a Michigan case where they attempted to frame a bunch of right-wing militia guys for the kidnapping of Gretchen Whitmer, who's the governor of Michigan. And the FBI planted evidence, and they admitted it in court in that case. So don't tell me that the FBI has never planted evidence. That's patently untrue. The FBI is right now admitting to planting evidence in this case. It's bananas. It's time, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for us to really look into these agencies. Again, we played you the clip. Josh Hawley saying, yo, we need to impeach these people. And then we need total oversight. A lot of people saying that the FBI needs to be completely demolished and that there needs to be, it needs to be abolished, right? You need to defund the FBI, and you need to just get the institution is so corrupt that it shouldn't stand anymore. And if you look at recent history, man, the FBI, they pushed the Russia collusion hoax. They lied on FISA warrants. They've done nothing to help the American people. In fact, they've hurt the American people. The best of the American people are gymnasts. These young women who are gymnasts for Team USA. The FBI agents looked the other way while they were being serially molested. The FBI agents let Jeffrey Epstein off. This is like the greatest predator. Great. I mean, like what I'm saying is he's the largest predator on earth, and the FBI just let him skate. And then let an Epstein judge straight up sign the search warrant for Trump. Dude, it just doesn't get worse than this. There's this scumbag judge. His name's Judge Reinhold. And this guy was a pedophile protector. That's what he did, because he protected the people that was making the sex trafficking possible for Jeffrey Epstein. He literally got them off the hook. The people who were trafficking with Jeffrey Epstein, the people that were flying Jeffrey Epstein and Bill Clinton and Bill Gates to Little St. James, like the pilots, the planners, the sex slaves, like this Judge Reinhold, the guy who signed the Trump search warrant, this guy is a predator. He worked with Jeffrey Epstein. Stranger than fiction. An absolutely incredible interview here behind me. Crank up the audio on your phone. Sorry if you have trouble listening to this. We'll fix it. But this guy is amazing. He was asked, hey, what's the crime that Donald Trump committed? And this like psychotic lib had this to say.
Is this unprecedented to arrest a former president for not turning in documents?
A president that had committed this many provable criminal acts.
What are the provable criminal acts, I guess?
Provable criminal acts. Well, I'm done talking.
The guy goes, if you're having trouble listening to the sound, I know, we're working on it. But we're working on this this is a new system where we're going to be doing like a more of an intimate, like clip-based live in the evening. And we're going to work on figuring out, tweaking all the things. So we appreciate you, and we just want to say thank you. It's only because of you that we can do this at all. And we're just trying to put the content out there, and we got a great team working here at Team Benny, and we got 10 employees now. Very proud of that. We have 10 employees at Team Benny, and we are very, very proud of what we are doing here. And the people who build this show are just absolute artists. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we will fix the sound issue. If you couldn't hear, this dude was like, "We need to get Trump for all of his crimes." And the guy goes, "So what crimes?" And he's like, "I don't know." Tell you, people who should be in jail, it should be obvious. People who should be in jail but are like rubbing it in our faces is the Bidens. The Bidens were out again today on, you guessed it, vacation.
Just a quick update.
That's right.
On Joe Biden's vacation. We were telling you earlier that Hunter Biden is tagging along.
So you can see here the footage of Joe Biden going on vacation. This is just the footage. No real audio here. You can see there's Hunter Biden. There's Joe Biden. They're rubbing it in our faces at this point. They're rubbing it in our faces. So it's such a sickening, disgusting thing. It's a disgusting, sickening family. Look at these people. Look at this man. Look at this. There they go. There they go. Hunter Biden, crack smoking, porn-filled sexual abuser, sex trafficker himself, scum of the earth. They're just rubbing it in our faces. So where are the Bidens going? They're going on vacation. That's right. They're going on vacation. The Bidens are going to South Carolina. So here's a photo. Of course, a photo says 1,000 words. Here's a photo of, I think this is Hunter Biden's kid. Maybe not. Probably. Here's a photo of the kid scared to death as Joe Biden, as Joe Biden eyes the kid's hair for sniffing. Here you go. Joe Biden up there, and here's a little kid down here. That's what Joe Biden's ready to do, and then that's the face. That's the face of a kid that's gotta go, try to get a Werther's original from Dementia Grandpa, a hot, sweaty Werther's original. Disgusting family, sickening. They're just rubbing it in our faces at this point. Joe Biden also had this spectacular piece of work this week, just in case you're wondering how Joe Biden's doing, just in case you're wondering how mentally he's doing up there. Here you go. We got Joe Biden, the man who's in charge of fighting a war in Ukraine, fighting off inflation, fighting off the collapse of the stock market, fighting off the collapse of the crypto market, fighting for America, getting in a fight, not even be able to win a fight with his own damn jacket.
The perimeter has been cleared of any stairs or bicycles, so all the Eagle has to do is step out of the helicopter. Stand by. The Eagle has made contact. Great work, team. All units, mission is complete and the Eagle is secure. We don't anticipate any issues with the Eagle crossing the tarmac. It's a perfectly flat surface and there's a 0% possibility that he'll mess this up. Okay, what's going on with the jacket right now? Secret Service team, the Eagle can't find the armhole in his jacket. Jesus Christ. The First Lady has stepped in to help the Eagle put his jacket on, but it looks like she's just making things even worse somehow. Agent Murphy, try telling the Eagle there's an ice cream cone waiting for him at the end of that jacket sleeve. That might speed things up a little bit. Oh, it worked. All units, the Eagle finally has his jacket on and is making his way across the tarmac. And there go his sunglasses. Unreal.
Yo! Joe Biden can't get his sweater on. Joe Biden can't get his sweater on. ALX, do you have one more clip? Do you have the clip of him shaking the invisible hand of Chuck Schumer's invisible handshake? Do you remember that from this week? Joe Biden, guys, listen, okay? It's not mean to say that Joe Biden has dementia because Joe Biden's own kid that he's vacationing with, again, they're rubbing it in our faces. They're rubbing it in our faces here, all right? This clip has no audio, so you're not hearing anything. They're just, here's Hunter Biden and Joe Biden. There they are. They're going on vacation. So Hunter Biden's texts on his computer, Hunter Biden's texts say that Joe Biden has dementia. Hunter Biden's texting with a family representative, a medical family representative who treats the Biden family, and they're talking openly about how Joe Biden has dementia. So, I mean, I don't know. Well, like, people are saying I'm mean to him. Oh, you're mean. You don't know if he has dementia. Well, his kid does. His only living son knows if he has dementia. And he says he has dementia in his damn text messages. So I don't know what to tell you people. That's what Hunter Biden says about Joe, among many other things. Don't look up the words that Hunter Biden calls his mother-in-law, Jill. Naughty, naughty words. Here we go, baby. Here we go. Nothing really, no audio in this clip either. This is just Joe Biden forgetting something that happened literally 2 seconds before. Here, let me break this down for you. They're signing some bill at the White House, some stupid bill to pay off Nancy Pelosi's, the queen of stonks, stock market, insider trading. Here's Chuck Schumer, and there's Joe Biden. And Chuck Schumer's about to shake Joe Biden's hand. That's fine. That's what happens, okay? He's about to shake Joe Biden's hand. But then watch Joe Biden's reaction afterwards. Joe Biden completely forgets that he shook Chuck Schumer's hand, and Joe Biden stands there like this. All like upset because he forgot what just happened 2 seconds ago. I'll play you the clip. Watch. You see it? You see Biden? Look at Biden there. Look at Biden there. Little Biden's just like, hey, wait a second. Where did I get the handshake? Where's my handshake, Shucky? Hey, I got a Hot Werther's Original in my pocket there, Sonny. If you shake my hand smells like pudding. It's a pudding cup, and it's real nice. You ever felt my hairy legs? And they turn blonde in the sun, like a corn pop. Hey, corn pop was a bad dude, but even he shook my hand, cause the Werther's Original. That's Joe Biden for you, ladies and gentlemen. The depressing and embarrassing and destructive and disgusting and sickening and truly oppressive administration of Joe Biden hopefully will quickly come to an end. We have an incredibly important show tomorrow morning. We hope that you tune in. We thank you for tuning in as we figure out this live, as we get this live right at night, you know, the news update at night. The news is coming in hot and fast. We have an amazing show for you tomorrow. Darren Beatty of Revolver News is going to be on the show. He's going to break down exactly what's going on inside of the national security state and permanent state. So it's going to be an amazing, amazing show. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please do us a favor and subscribe. Please click like on the video, share the video. It's the number one way you can help us out. If you follow us on podcasts, that's also an amazing way that you can help us grow if you follow along on podcasts. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to say that we're in a great place as a country, but we're not. And the reason why is because they're losing. This is the administrative state. They know that they're done. They know that they are dying and that the American people have rejected them. And so they're going to behave like a bunch of old, cretinous, all these people, like the combined ages of these people is like 400 years old. Like they're going to behave like old, cretinous bastards, and they're going to try and wreck this place because that's what old, angry, bitter, awful, childless, horrific parents and cretins and parasites do. This what they always do. And so it's our job to stop them. And the way that we stop them, we're going to show up, we're going to overwhelm the polls, we're going to vote, we're going to get a new Congress, we're going to get new members of the Republican Party like Carrie Lake, Blake Masters. They're going to answer to us, the people. It's going to be amazing. And then together we can create something new and beautiful. And it's going to be awesome. And you're going to love it. Your kids are going to love it. Hey, man, quoting Michael J. Fox in Back to the Future. Hey, you might not be ready for that, but your kids are going to love it. Ladies and gentlemen, we love putting this content out for you. We love these lives at night. We just want to say thank you. God bless you. We love you. And have a great night. My name is Benny Johnson. This is The Benny Show.